Hey, what a dope baby boat! Today I'm going to be talking to you about a pretty important topic, and it's something that I thought of yesterday as I was thinking of like talking videos and ideas to do for my talking videos, and this one popped into my head and I thought it'd be fucking perfect. Essentially what this is doing, what I'm going to talk about in this video, is it's going to find your pain and pleasure points, which have nothing to do with League of Legends, and it's all to do with like human psyche and all that shit, and how to manipulate those pain and pleasure points to force yourself to get better at League of Legends. And I'm going to start off this video like this. For those of you who don't know, I started off in Bronze 4, right? I started League of Legends and I started in Bronze 4. And then for a good couple months, I think it was like 3 months or some shit, I stayed in Bronze and low-key low Silver. And I couldn't crack that gold barrier. Honestly, I remember walking up to this dude in town and I was like, I asked him if he played League of Legends and he said he's gold, and I fucking looked up to him like a boss. And I said, man, I can't crack that barrier, bro. How do you do it? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember there are multiple nights where I was just watching Nightblue stream. This was before he became the fucking over 9,000, blah, blah, blah. I remember I was watching that and I felt in love with the game so much to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm going to take this shit seriously. I'm going to start watching my replays. I'm going to start properly focusing. I'm going to do all the shit that that people told me to do on the guides and on the articles, you know, accept responsibility, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do all that stuff because I really, really want to take this game seriously. And then once I made that decision, I made a smurf and I climbed from silver to diamond in like 3 weeks. That jump is retarded. The jump is not, what's the word? It's not normal. But it's not, what's the word? Calculated. It's not fucking calculated at all. You don't go from bronze to silver in like 3 months and then all of a sudden silver to diamond in 3 weeks. That jump is not, you can't calculate it. It's not logical. Obviously, some events took place during that time that caused that sudden growth. Does this make sense? So, if you want to experience the same amount of growth, maybe not exactly the same silver to diamond, but similar growth, focus on those events. Focus on those little situations and incidences, is that the word? I'm fucking dumb. Focus on the things that happen during that jump or just in between that transition stage that cause the jump. Focus on them and try and replicate those in your own life. Does that make sense? And for me, like I said, I made the decision that I was going to start taking seriously. First off, my pleasure points were this. I had the dream in my head of see, even right now I'm smiling because it fucking gets me so happy. I had the dream in my head of being a professional gamer. I had the dream in my head of, fuck, if only, bro, if only there was a point where I could just be in this gaming house with my bros, with Sungho, my Korean coach, and we can just eat heaps of food, we can fucking train, we can get our gains on, we can talk shit, and we can play games and we can get paid to do it. And I don't have to work for anyone else. I can just work on my craft and do what I love and get paid to do it. Be financially secure from my passion. That to me was fucking amazing. That to me that's gold. That's the epitome of happiness. If I don't know if that sounds cheesy or not, but legit, that to me was the epitome of happiness. So those were my pleasure points. But I didn't utilize just those pleasure points. If you've done a little bit of study on the human psyche, like, and what motivates humans and shit, you would have come across these two principles. I think the first time I came across it was in Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within. It talks about pain and pleasure points. And then so, that's just pleasure though. A person will run faster if a lion is fucking biting at their ass and a lion is legit right behind them and ready to just chomp them down. They will run faster compared to if they were running towards $1 million. And the reason why that is because when you're running towards $1 million, when you're running towards something, it's not sink or swim, you know? It's not like you're gonna die if you don't do it. You don't have any fire under your ass causing a little bit of tension and maybe making you feel a little bit on your edge. But if there's a lion right behind you ready to bite your ass and kill you and eat you, you literally only have two choices. That's legit your only two choices. It's sink or swim. It's either you run and you live, or you stop running and you're dead. Those are literally the only two choices. So when your situation is simplified down to just two choices, it's really, really easy. So, bringing this back to square one, create those pain points. Think about not just the fact that, you know, maybe if you get diamond and maybe there's a little bit of ego attached to it and you want to look cool in front of your mates and all that shit. But think about the fact that if you don't do this with League of Legends, you're honestly going to be wasting hours of your time that you could have been, hundreds of hours of your time that you could be using to make more money or to go and, you know, read more books or make more gains or some shit or, you know, something, do more cool shit. You're going to be wasting hundreds of hours of your time. Maybe for me, okay, if I didn't change, if I didn't make a conscious decision to get better at League of Legends, I never would have started this YouTube channel. You want to know something completely fucked up, bro? If I had never ever gotten better at League of Legends and shit, I never would have met this friend group that I'm bros with now. That I got some close bros in there, and my missus. I met my missus through that friend group. I never ever would have met these dudes or the missus. Isn't that fucked up? If I hadn't made a conscious decision to get better at League of Legends, none of these things would have happened. I never would have met that crew. I never would have met any of you guys. I never would have helped you get better at League of Legends. I never would have. I've had at least 4 or 5 people saying that they've had suicidal thoughts and depression and shit like that, and they message me and they say how much my videos have helped them just get out of that, you know, kind of funk, get out of the funk. I've legit had people message me saying that they were suicidal, they're gonna kill themselves. They watched my videos and then they felt better, like they didn't kill themselves. See? So that's some pain for you. That's some pain points you can use. Maybe you're gonna be the next fucking I'm a cutie pie, or maybe you're gonna be the next, I don't know, educational streamer, or maybe something's gonna happen if you were to take that chance, but you didn't. So you didn't take the chance, so you just lost out. So you have to think about these two stuffs, and unfortunately, most people wait until something happens to them in order for them to change. This is what it is. Most people wait for life to chuck some shit at them, and wait for life to make their life bad, and some shit happens and then they're forced. Don't wait for life to present that opportunity for you. You have to, this is going to sound cheesy as fuck, but you have to create the opportunities yourself. Okay? You have to consciously create these opportunities. Don't wait, because you're wasting time. Just constantly, like I said, think of those pain and pleasure points, and then once you have the desire and the wants and the will and the hunger, I've talked about in the past, that thing that fucking you can't live without, that thing in your heart that just draws you towards it. Create that first. It starts with here. It starts with not necessarily the heart. Oh yeah, the heart, but the why, that reason, that motivation, this thing. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sitting here banging my chest and I look like a fucking King Kong idiot. But I can't explain it, but you have to start with this, and it's starting to hurt. Start with that desire. And then once you have the desire, I promise you, bro, once you have the desire, the logistics will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. I promise you. Have a good day. I love you. Stay beautiful. Shana Docs.